Hey everyone, welcome to Angeldust Dev. Another game development live stream. Let me see if we can get the game to actually show up. Oh, there we go. Another game development live stream where we take a look at the current state of Angeldust or something that I want to add in the future. It's mostly focused on a new feature that I want to show today, the PHOTON mimic. So stick around if you want some more background and lowdown on that. We probably won't be playing the game. It's ridiculously hot here in the Netherlands today. It's just insanely hot. This stream will probably be only a half an hour, maybe 1 hour tops. It's already getting warmed up. It's early in the morning here, so it's still a little bit cool. But like, there's lighting. I have a shirt on. It's too hot to be streaming this weekend. But don't worry about it. I wanted to show you some of the updates on the PHOTON mimic because we've been looking at it for the past few weeks, and I have a new version. So let's take a look at that. So let's dive into the game. This is on a testing server, so you will not be able to join me today in the game. But it's not a problem because all of the things that I want to show I can do on my own, hopefully. So let me open up my usual stuff here. There we go. I'm going to click sign in. Hopefully we'll end up on the testing server. I have no idea. Let's see what happens. Signing in. Feels like we're...
Let's go.
This is actually the correct world. Great, we did it. Now let me see if I have the block. So that's one of the most important things that we need to have. It's the PHOTON mimic, a new block, hopefully coming to the next version of the game. Probably need to get it from the shop. Let's see, PHOTON mimic. There's a lot of blocks that I don't have, as you can see. Where do we end up? Where is it? Great preparation. PHOTON mimic, there we go. It's 50k. That's an expensive block, sir. There we go. Hey, why so early? I just explained. It's super hot here in the Netherlands, and I wanted to stream. I wanted to give an update on where we are at with the PHOTON mimic, so that you can take a look at what we've got. And I just had to stream really early. So, what is the lottery? We can do a lottery later on, so stick around, Javier, if you want to do the lottery. But this is a PHOTON mimic demo for like the beginning of the stream. Now we do need to get to Obi's demo first. I want to show Obi's demo first, so let me see if I can do a secret thing here. So please bear with me. There we go. I'm still here, but I need to do something super secret here. I need to type in some stuff to actually go to Obi's place. Let's see if we end up at Obi's place. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're back. We're going back to the Drain Gang demo that we saw last time. Good morning, hey Soda. Good morning. I'm up early and I'm streaming early. It's a bit of an improvised stream. It's super hot. I'm already getting warmed up here. But here we are at the Drain Gang demo. I hope it still works. I have no idea if it still works. So remember this from last time. I'm now playing a 3.x build of the game instead of 4.9. But don't worry about it. We still have the smiles on here. I'm not sure if you can actually see this, but there are smiley faces in the concrete. Check it out. It's still there. I did have breakfast, yeah. I can't start my day without breakfast. But here we go. The wall looks different now. So last time it was a flat material. It was only concrete. Now we have some texture going on in the wall. And let's see if the demo still works. So if everything goes well, we'll see these gang members pop up. Does anyone else see this green color? Where does the green color come from? Anyway, that's that's something we need to investigate another day. Let's go. Here we let's spawn in the gang members. Maybe it's the green of the gang. And here they are going to tag the wall again. And check this out. Because it's not sunlit at the moment, it's a little bit darker than last time. But there we go, the clan tag is there. Hopefully the colors are a bit like distinct on the live stream. They dip away, they are gone. But they still tagged the wall, as you can see. And there's like the green color now. And we didn't have any clumps that spawned, there were no smoke puffs. So this is a lot better, a lot better. So let's remove the tag one more time. What's up with the green color? Okay, the tag gets removed. Maybe we should wait for the sun to move in the sky. Let's see, where is the sun? Where's the sun at? Where my sun at? Is it over there? I want some sunlight on this wall. Maybe we should use cinematic mode then. Come on. Sun, please. Where's the sun? Oh, here we go. There's finally some light on the wall. So one more time, and we'll observe it from the side angle here. So we'll look at it from this side, and observe that there are no smoke puffs and no clumps being spawned. So here are the gang members one more time. And it just instantly updates, the colors just instantly change, instead of having to wait for something. There we go, no smoke puffs, no clumps, and still the tag gets sprayed on the wall. There you go, now you can clearly see the difference between the green tag and the grayer background, the grey wall. So this is a new version of the Photon Mimic. We'll take a look at it now on one of my land claims, so we can build some stuff. And I can show you the differences between last week's, or like last demo, and this one. So there you go, the tag is gone. Maybe we can quickly hop this way. I'm not sure if Obi has built some super secret stuff here. We had the bear machine here earlier. The bear machine won't work anymore, but we do have a new barbershop pole. Yes, yes, Space, you came to the right place. So here we go, this is the updated barbershop pole. I'm not sure if it's super finished, but this is what it looks like currently. So, you know, like in the past century or whatever, you had these spinning barber poles, and Obi made another demo with the new Photon Mimic. As we take the block picker, let's see if I have it. Block picker. You can see these are Photon Mimics now, and the barbershop pole is actually spinning. Wow. And without clumps, without smoke puffs, so that's pretty cool, right? Like if you take a look behind the scenes, it's just a single photon that's just triggering these blocks, which is pretty cool, which is pretty good. It's a very simple system. I have no idea how it works, but it works. Anyway, so that's, as you can see, it instantly changes block color, and it looks pretty nice. Also, this is my old block brick texture. Don't worry about that one. And the smiley faces, it's also good. Anyway, let's hop into one of my land claims and see what we can build with this new stuff. Testing area 1, 2 and 3. I think we're going to Spaces Green. Let's see, Spaces Green, world location. Yeah, this is where I wanted to end up. Anyone recognize this? This is the version 1 poster bridge. This is also where we did the original Photon demo. Photon system demo, so it seems apt to do another demo here. It's not going to be a super long demo, because the Photon Mimic only has so many uses that I can show off. But here we go. So let's select the Photon Mimic from the inventory. And instead of using one of the regular mimics, so these one, the orange ones, the orange mimics, we now select the Photon Mimic, which is colored yellow, to sort of match the style of the other photon blocks. And let's place one. Where shall we place it? The terrain is a little bit uneven. We're just going to place it over here. Once you place it, you can enter the initial content number. This is the block that it will load in as, and that it will initially appear as. So you can just scroll through this and select any of the block types that you have unlocked. And not only block types, you can also select trees and other stuff, even stickers. So this is what the Photon Mimic will appear like initially. So let's go with a crate. I know, it's not great, but where's the crate? Do I have the crate? I want the crate. There we go. So that's the initial content, and then you can also select a secondary content number, same thing. So if you know a number by heart, for instance 300, it's a brown rope, whatever, you can just select whatever thing you want. As a secondary state, let's go with a flatish block. Let's see, flat block. I don't have any flat blocks, I think. Great demo, great demo setup. The flats are here. Let's select the smiley face. There we go, concrete. Boom. Well, Photon Mimic is now placed. As you can see, it appears as a crate because that's the initial contents that we selected. So if you use the block picker on this, Alexi says, "Oh, cool." There we go. So this is a Photon Mimic block, but it appears as a crate. So in contrast to the regular Mimic, you don't have to have the crate block around. It doesn't have to be below it. It doesn't have to be above it. You can just select any of the contents that you have unlocked, and it will appear like that, or as that. Turn dirt into gold. It's like magic. We'll do that in a few seconds, Space. It's a good idea. So there you go, that's the new system, and now we just need to have a photon connect to it, and it will switch states if all goes well. So let's make a conduit. This doesn't connect. Boop, boop, boop. It's one of my famous photon demos, you know this. And now we need an injector. There we go. So this button will send a photon through this conduit, and then it will trigger the crate. Let's go. Boop. And now we have the smiley face. Check this out. It's actually the perfect demo. And once we trigger it again, so send in the photon one more time, it travels along the pipe. Boom. And now it's a crate again. Hey Obi, good morning. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's very cool. And observe, there is no latency. Like the block just instantly switches between states. There we go. Yeah, it's the longest possible photon conduit route. It's true. So that's the photon mimic. You can select two states and it will toggle between them. And it will just instantly work. This is an entirely new rendering system that's in the game. This is performed on the main thread, so you can, even on low-end devices, be assured that your builds will look like this on all of the devices. Like, it will instantly change between states instead of having to re-render. And that makes it much more interactive and much more useful. Also, not having to select or choose between blocks below it or above it makes it more flexible, so you can switch between any state. That's the photon mimic. Yes, stream done. And Alexi says, I am almost 1 million player, by the way. 3 days left with my plan. There we go. That's cool, Alexi. 1 million players. That's a lot. That's a lot. Now, next up, what the photon mimic does, that the regular mimic also sort of does, you can also make it switch between light sources. So you can also use it as improvised lighting. So suppose you have a ceiling or a wall in which you want to install lights. So let's suppose that the walls are made of bricks. Here we go, bricks. We select bricks and then we select a lantern block. There we go. And this is sort of close to what Kamikaze Justice was asking for on the forums. So now you can have a block that masquerades as a wall block or as a ceiling block. And once you shoot a photon into it, check it out, it will turn into a lantern block. And shortly after the light will turn on, believe me. It will happen. It will happen. There we go. So now you can hide lamps or use the regular lamps as lighting in your build. You don't have to use the photon block anymore. So one more time, now we switch the light off. Oop. The block has already changed and the light will switch off in a few moments. There we go, there we go. Let's wait for it. There we go, the light is off. That's pretty cool, not gonna lie, Obi says. That's a neat trick. That's what, was it Trinity? Or was it Neo who said that in the Matrix? So now you can hide lighting in walls and you don't have to use the photon block for lighting anymore. And again, these blocks will insta-update, so the effect even works on lower end devices. So for instance, this bamboo wall, this might have been, we can install lighting in this. So let's select the photon conduit and it will appear as bamboo initially. Bamboo, scamboo, and it will turn into a light if there's a photon on it. So now we need to have a photon on it. This glass is actually the old photon conduit, so let's connect it to our conduit, like our main system here. Bear with me, it's an improvised demo, it's hot, I didn't have super much time. Is this going to work? This is not gonna work. We need to connect it to this piece. Oh, longest conduit ever. The other one is now not gonna work, but here we go. KJ, there's a lamp. Wow. Oh, it was a bit of a scam there. Let's turn the light off. There was a photon block that actually toggled. See, so you can now actually have a part of a wall hiding as a lamp. And Alexi loves the concept of the photon mimic block. The light is turning on. It takes a few seconds, but then you'll get super cool lighting. There we go. It actually works. Now I know that some people are eager to say scam, but it actually works, as you can see. One more time, turn the light off, and the lamp is gone. So if you want to have an off state appear differently, You can just select a different block type. You can integrate this into ceilings, into walls. There's probably some kind of texture I haven't really investigated, but there's probably something that can act as a turned off light. So maybe you use one of these circles or whatever. It's like, use your imagination. Imagination. Now what Space asks for, we can turn dirt into gold, so we need to buy the treasure. Oh, we already have the treasure. Let's place it. We are going to change dirt. Let's see if we have got dirt. Dirt. Durka. Dirt. 366. We need to remember this number. 366. And we turn it into treasure. Where's the treasure? Where's my treasure? You probably want to sort of remember the numbers that you want to use. Oh, here we go. 366 421. There we go. So now we have dirt, and we need to disconnect this part of the conduit here. And let's turn dirt into gold. There we go. We just did it. A creative game that requires imagination. It's hogwash. I know. It's... And now we turn gold back into dirt. Here we go. Hello, hi Ibn Rafi, sorry, Ibn Rafi. The gold is gone. The gold is gone. Of course, this also works next to conduits, so we can make a full line of dirt into gold. So 366 into 421. There we go. And another 366 into 421. And as you can see, this works really well. You don't have to worry about the input at all. You can just use the enter key to enter this stuff. I've been doing this all day, every day, for the past few days. So this is a lot of dirt that's going to be gold. Oh, this last one actually connects to 3 conduits, so it uses this one, and this one. So it turns back into dirt. I can't help it. Oh, you don't have to come back later, OB, there will be no later. The demo is going to be very short, and we're probably not going to play the game. It's already ridiculously hot in here. There will be no later, but I'm glad that you swung around and came and said hi. There we go. So anyway, see the photon mimic, you don't see smoke puffs anymore, you don't see clumps anymore. It renders on the main thread, so you can know that this also runs on low-end devices. I know that's not like something you should actively worry about, but it's nice to know that your build will appear correctly to all of the players. One more thing, these new blocks, like this block state, gets saved on the client as well. So if players teleport back to an existing build, they will see the blocks, so you won't see like weird stuff going on. It's all like really nicely integrated into the active, like the real game. Now one more thing, you can also change light colors. So if we have a block, I wanted to place it there. If you have something that has, for instance, red lighting, and then you change it into a block that has yellow, or shall we go with violet lighting? Do I have violet? Symbionts? I'll take it. So this block will initially appear as a red lantern, it will have red light. Let's wait for a few moments. Like, because this renders on a different thread, you will see the block before the lighting. There we go, now it's red light. And if we click the block, we should see some violet light pop in, so it will change. There we go. Maybe we should remove the treasure, because the treasure also affects the lighting. Is this my wolf? Is this just a friendly wolf coming to visit? Sorry wolf, you're part of the live stream now.
Alright, do I have to glue anyone back together or what?
Dev stream is only 60 minutes, yeah, it's a dev hour, sort of, if you'd will. Okay, now we have purple light, and I need these coins. Even though it's a testing server and I already have 600k, I need these coins. I'm in fierce competition here. Boom, and now it should switch back to red light. There we go, instantly, it's so good. There has been one thing that we've been thinking about. So I've been testing this with Obi. As you can see, Obi updated their demo of the Drain gang, which is really cool, and it's very nice and helpful for testing. There's one thing that I want to add, which is a third state, so that blocks can cycle through 3 states. It's optional, so I think 2 block states is sort of the main use case for this. So a block will switch between one state and a second state. Adding a third state would allow for more options, I believe, and more flexibility, and it would allow you to create different kinds of constructions. So that's something that I want to add. So you would get 3 stages of the dialogue. So it would say, hey, what's the initial state? Like initial content, so we choose cinder blocks. What's the secondary state? So the toggle state, horse icon. And then it would ask, hey, do you want to add a third state, or like enter the contents for the third state? If you leave the box empty, it will only have 2 states. And I think it would be very fun to have 3 states. It's like one more than 2 states. So maybe it's a good idea. Let me know what you think. You don't have to type it in the chat right now. You can also let me know on the forums. I will post a link to this video on the forums, or add a comment on the YouTube video later on. But I think having 3 states would make it even more flexible. Now people have said, how about unlimited states? Unfortunately, that's currently not possible. Maybe in the future I can add more states so that you could have a sequence of 10 blocks that it would cycle through, or maybe even more than that. But at the moment it would be limited to 3 states, and I think that's already quite good. Now one thing that we need to talk about, in addition to all of the things I've already shown you, is that the block will try to copy sort of the physical height of the blocks that you choose, but it cannot copy it perfectly. It will have to sort of compromise on the physical height of the block. If one block state is entirely solid, the second block state cannot be entirely solid. It's sort of with the regular mimic. If you use the small mimic, the thin boy, to copy a full block, you will be able to partly walk through it. So that's the same with this block. It will either be solid, thin like a thin block, or it will be entirely empty. So you can make secret doors. I will show you how to make a secret door. Sort of. I'm not sure if the demo is going to to work really well for this. So suppose we want to have a door here that is angled this way. So let's make a door frame first. I'm not the best builder, as you've probably already deduced. This is going to be our door, and we're going to place a super secret door. So for demo purposes, we're going to make it a super secret door with overgrown cinder blocks. It's going to be amazing. And now we want to use the empty sticker, or any sticker really, because stickers don't have physical height, you can walk through them. I don't think I've got the empty sticker unlocked on this account, so we need to buy the empty sticker first. Obi is going to mess up my demo. Welcome, Obi! Let's buy the empty sticker, sticker transparent. This is going to be a very useful block. You definitely want to use this in conjunction with the photon mimic. One more time. The door will look like cinder blocks, which is number 6. And then we use the transparent sticker. Oh cool, Alexi says. Yeah, this is going to blow your mind. Check this out. Where's the empty sticker? 331, okay. So here we have the first state of the door, and then another overgrown. For extra texture, let's use the large cinder blocks, or the small ones, the small boy. And then we enter 331. Yeah, it looks like a perfectly valid door, right? You can't walk through it, it's entirely solid. We cannot walk through this, that's cool. Let's add some pavement here, because I feel like it. I want to make this a proper demo. Use the Doom hexagonal stones, like this. And then we use the photon conduit. Thank you, Obi, for ruining the demo. I'm really happy you are here. Really glad you're here. Always a pleasure. Okay, so we're going to route... Oh, Obi is left. Oh. I didn't want to scare you off there, buddy. Stream sniped, yes. How do I connect this? How do I connect this? Like this? Will it work? I hope so. Okay, so the door got a bit crowded, but imagine you're walking into it from this side. Imagine you're on this side. I have no idea what I'm doing. Here we go. Nice door, eh? Let's try to open it up. Firefly is a mess when it comes to conduits, I've noticed. Hey, don't worry about it. Here we go. What have I done? What have I done? See, the door is now open. The door is now half closed. Quick, get through where you can. Okay, so you can make impressive skill challenges. You can make a parkour out of this. Yo! Oh, what have I done? You want to go home and rethink your life. Okay, see, the door is now open. Lamau, Lamau, here we go. So one more time. Fire up the conduit. Fire the laser! Hello, horse. Here, the horse cannot pass through the door, as you can see. Let's move the horse out of the way. Thank you, horse. Get over here.
Mystery. How you doing? This is the part where you stop existing.
There we go. One more time. So the door is now closed, and now it opens up. Wow, check it out. You can also see that our light is still working, so the light is in the wall. See, the door is now closed. So hey, this is some cool stuff, right? This is sort of the functionality that you had with photon blocks, except it's now for all blocks. That's pretty spiffy. I like it. Again, the physicality, the physical height of these blocks is not going to be perfect, but since we use fully solid blocks and then switch to a completely empty block, it works really well even. But if you switch between two stickers, for instance, the first state will be walkable, so you will be able to walk through it, and the secondary state will compromise on its physical height because it needs to be different for every state, and then it will turn like thin solid. Kobe says this is the most demo of all time. Well, this is certainly the demo, one of the demo of all time. No way to hide tubes. That's a good question. Don't this make photon block obsolete? In a way, yes. In a way, no, because you still have more musical instruments in the photon block. And the photon block is just like the OG. I do feel for the photon block though, but the photon block is a lot cheaper and it is still very cool. Hello Aruzimia, how are you doing? Is there a way to have full blocks but not solid? Not at the moment, maybe with the third state. With the third state you can have it. Photon blocks are needed for logic. Yes, you can make gates out of photon blocks. True. Like photons will not pass through mimics, photon mimics. That's a valid comment. You can use photon blocks for gates and for one-way traffic, for loops. Yeah, the photon block is still very useful. Photon block will also still be in the village to show what you can do with it. But I get what you're saying, Space. This definitely takes on some of the roles of the photon block. But hey, it gets even worse because the mimic doesn't have much use after this, because see, I don't have to have any cinder blocks over here to be able to make a cinder blocks door, so it's in some ways it obsoletes the old blocks, in some ways it just adds to it. The old blocks will still be there. One more demo that I can give you is that photon mimics will see each other. Now you're going to ask me, hey Firefly, what do you mean they will see each other? Let me show you a quick demo. I'm not sure if this makes sense. These are stair blocks, right? These are actual natural stairs. If we use mimics on stair blocks, they will not copy the stairs, I believe. See, you cannot make stairs out of mimic blocks. Photon mimics, on the other hand, will see each other. So they will connect to like the world around them. So mimics will connect to the world around them. If we use stairs next to the mimic, it will become stairs, but the regular stairs won't see them. But photon mimics can interact among each other. I'm not sure if this is actually going to be in the real feature that you will see in the game. But if we use stairs as the initial... Let's see, 71. And then switch to whatever block we want, it doesn't really matter. So we place another 71 next to this. And then we use bricks, doesn't really matter. See, they will form stairs. So you can make more elaborate constructions. The mimic is useful for ignoring the environment, while the photon mimic will not ignore the environment. So photon are getting removed or replaced, or mimic is just getting added. This is a new block. It's T-Doom. It's going to be added as a new block. It's the photon mimic. You will have to buy it from the shop. And it's a photon-driven mimic. Except much better than what we saw in previous versions of this feature. I did a hacky version of this, and we were impressed. It worked really well, where the old mimic would toggle between small and thick state. It would allow for some dynamic effects, but this one is just purposely made and purposely crafted for this goal. It renders interactively, it doesn't have clumps, it doesn't have smoke. So it just adds another flavor to the palette of things that you can build with this. So, and it will also connect to real blocks. So if we place a real stairs next to this, it will connect to it as stairs, sort of. But the stairs, like the real stairs, will not see the photon mimic. It's use it. You will enjoy it. Use it. You will enjoy it. But hey, there's more. Alexi had a good question. Is there a way to hide the tubes? And this is something that Kamikaze Justice brought up on the forums this week. And initially I was like, okay, I think everything you want is in the game. So you can have a conduit and you can have a light switch and you can have lights. Like one more time, show this demo. See, it's a very nice way of making hidden doors. By the way, one thing to note about the photon mimic is that it will act as a panel as well. So check this out. I forgot to show you. There's so many things. There's so much complexity to the photon mimic. If you make a door, let's use bamboo because it's easy. And let's make it into a door, and it will render as a proper door. It will actually open up, which is something you cannot do with the mimics. So it's, like I said, it's just another layer of things that you can do with it. 259 is the regular door. 259 on my install. And let's enter 259. So instead of making a gap, you can now make a door. Now a photon mimic, I say you can build a whole city using only photon mimic blocks. Original blocks are now obsolete. Don't do it. Don't do it. See? Wow. We have an actual door appearing out of thin air. This feature is so ridiculously powerful. It's so really cool. And it renders in real time again. Like, okay. Did you see the window pop up? Did you see the window? Horse, please. This is my horse parking spot. Oh, the other one is now going to move, isn't it? Whoop. So you have a door appearing out of thin air. Wow, it's so amazing. And now we can just remove the door. Bada bing, bada boom. You cannot make... The horse was waiting for the door, yes. There's no way to make a climbable thing out of this. The photon mimic is not climbable, while the regular mimic is climbable. So, like I said, you have a bit of a palette of different choices to make things cool. Also, nothing can stick to a photon mimic. No decals, no stickers, not even the mimic sticky ones, sorry. Not even the mimic sticky decals will stick to the photon mimic, because the photon mimic lives in its own little happy place. But being able to make a door like this, that's really cool. That's going to make builds a lot more interactive. You will notice if the photon mimic changes state, there is a sound attached to it, so it will make the sound of the block that it's turning into. That's to make it both audio and visual in feedback. So you will see the block change and you will hear the block change. There's not a wolf. No? I know a way I could make it sticky. What? No, there's no way to make it sticky. So barn for the horses next. Maybe we'll have barns for horses.
Now we found the loot and we're happy. Another day in the life.
But now, there's a segment that I cannot show you, unfortunately. I had wanted to prepare a demo for this, but I ran out of time. And I ran out of energy because of the heat. But check this out, it's so cool. It's so cool, people. Come on, this is really super cool. How cool is this? Come on. There's this thing. Photon Mimic needs his personal space, respect his space. Yes, what's the segment? So, what I want to talk about is wireless photons. Or in our case, conduitless photons. But I'm going to call them wireless because that sounds way cooler. Wireless photons. How cool would it be to... This is a thing that I want to try out in a testing version, and we're going to be testing this to see if it works and if it doesn't break the game. But how cool, this is also sort of inspired by what KJ posted about being able to hang up a lamp and then wire it, and how about you don't even need to wire it. So look back at the use case that we had, where we have a bamboo block changing into a lantern for illustrative purposes, I'm just going to place a lantern block here. Spaces Green says, I wanted to prepare a demo, but I didn't. It's classic Firefly. You know this, brother. You preach it. So how cool would it be, and this is the way that I envision it working, how cool would it be if you could connect a block wirelessly to a photon injector or a photon remover? And the way I see this working is as follows. You would use a block picker. It would only work within a land claim, within a single land claim, to prevent triggering blocks in a claim that is not yours. It would only work within the land claim that you place both blocks in. But within the block you would have you could have a limited number of blocks connected to injectors or removers. So you would use the block picker. It would have additional information on this block. It would say, hey, the address, you will need to route it manually, sort of. But the address of this block, it would show up on the info at the bottom of the screen here. So it would say large lantern block available, and maybe have a coordinate system next to it. So this would say, hey, this is block number 478 or something. It would have a code attached to it. You would place a new photon injector. It sounds more complicated than it is. You would place the injector, and there would be a pop-up like with the other photon blocks, and it would say like, hey, do you want to have a regular injector, like the one that uses conduits to route, or do you want to wirelessly connect a block? So you would then enter the coordinate or the code that you got for this block, and it would be tied. Then the injector or the remover, because it would work for the remover alike, like for this one as well, it would also give a pop-up so that you could always reset a block, and then it would be tied to it. So you would press on this button, there would be no local photon that was spawned, but it would just trigger the block. It would just instantly change the block. The wireless injectors don't send out photons to conduits, right? That's a good question. There is no demo, so I have no idea how it would work. But it would not send photons into a conduit next to it. How would you know which ones are wireless and which are not? You just notice. you would notice. you would see. You would just see. That's it. But like this one could be tied to the lamp over there, and you would be like bloop bloop, and the lamp, if it was a photon mimic, of course, it would just instantly switch states. Unfortunately, I don't have the demo, which is really unfortunate. I thought about it, but there was no way I was going to be able to make such an like super expansive with an A, so not expansive but expansive, elaborate feature in a few hours. But I think it would be really cool, and you would be able to trigger photon mimics remotely, but also photon blocks remotely. You would be able to trigger faucets and all of the other photon blocks remotely, and I think it would add a lot of decluttering to the game. Like Alexi said, can you remove the photon conduits? Check out like this entire contraption. Suppose that you wouldn't have or need all of this photon conduit wiring. That would be amazing, right? You would just press this button and the door would change shape. Of course, you would need to have conduits next to the door, because you would send the photon into one of these conduits, like this one or this one, and because the door is 2 blocks tall, so you couldn't tie it to one single block, you would have to tie it to 2 blocks, and that's where the conduit comes in. But it's a local conduit, it's more of a photon receiver that way. It would be cool if it had a visual change on the block, Obi says, like a blue star instead. I'm not sure. I think people are very used to having these triggers be in the game, and having a single system, it's still a photon trigger, right? I would just have made 2 wireless injectors, but then you would have to press 2 buttons. Have one drop a ball on the other. The what? I don't see it. I don't see how it would work. If you have one thing drop a ball onto another one, then you still only have one activation, right? Balls activate injectors, you dummy. Yeah, so? I do not understand how this would work. I am not complex enough. Is the faucet the one that drops a ball? You can activate one. Huh? Now we have the ball. No, Firefly, what up? Oh. I'm really good at this game. Ball, please. Now the ball is gone. You will have to explain it to me later, Obi. My brain is blanking out here. I don't super understand what you were saying. You have two injectors, both are wirelessly connected to their own block. Obi is coming over, okay. But anyway, I see no positive comments in the chat about this, so maybe like wireless photons or wireless photon block activation is not what we want. It's something that I need to explore. Like, I think it would be cool, just being able to stand on this injector and toggle the block over there. I think it would be a cool feature. Obi says we want it, they're just dead. The chat has been entirely taken over by Obi. Obi has taken over the game. Pretty soon I'm sure Obi will come out with their own game called Angeldust Super Plus with all of these features. Convince me. Oh, you need build permissions. You need build permissions, right? There you go. This is so cool. T-Doom says, a lot of games are press button, think happens. Love the visuals that this has and no one else has. Watching the happenings are great. Thank you T-Doom, that means a lot to me. Now, how does this differ from the one that I built? It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Andrew TF2 says, it can help with my project build. Okay, okay. But I think it would be cool to have remotely activated photons. Just press on the injector, bada bing, bada boom, the block switches. We just haven't seen it yet. If you see it in practice, I'm pretty sure it will be great. Okay. So? But this cannot work if you have two blocks on top of each other. Like, how does this work for the door that I just built? It's two blocks on top of each other. You can't have a ball and two things, I think. You're invisible for me. Oh, this is about wireless injectors. Okay. Okay. It's not in the game at the moment. Your clients give me regular crashes and have sprite glitches, but it's fine. Okay, nice. Why haven't I heard about this before? Are you just playing and not saying anything about this? Because these sound like important problems to solve, right? How? How is it even possible? Write me an email. I am invisible. Yeah, that sounds like what we want. Would this be connected to the green that I see? No, it's not normal. It's not normal. No, like any single... didn't I tell you? Like, if any single pixel is wrong, you should tell me about it. Like, the regular game doesn't. So this version shouldn't either. Anyway, we have ideas aplenty. Not sure if the wireless thing is actually coming to the game. I think it would be great. I'm not sure if it would allow for like DDoSing, if there's many ways to abuse the feature. I think it would be a very nice addition. I think it could piggyback onto the existing photon injector remover. Let's not obsolete any more blocks than we need to. I think this is a very consistent like input interface. So that's my guess here. Obi has got big plans for the feature. Also, everything you see, I didn't give my usual disclaimer, everything you see here might not eventually make it to the game. I think like we have a very workable version of this and it's really cool. It would be really cool to have this in the game, but maybe it will not be coming to the game. So it's all subject to change, and it might not make it to the game. And Obi won't make it to the game either. No, not with this crashy, glitchy feature thing that you have version. So let's teleport back to Obi's place. Obi, I'll go to your place, and like I said, can you go to home? Can you go to home? I will follow you. Doo-doo. Here we are, okay. Obi, did you notice this green? Do you also see it? Because for me it was a new thing, I never saw this. Let me show you. I'm not sure if it's here currently, but yeah, here. It's sort of a fluorescent green. Do you also see it? You see white. But why is it there? Why is this green? I see green. Take a look at my screen. Why is this green? I have no idea. It would be wise to sort of look into this. My game is dead. Rip. Do you see me here? Do you see me now? Or am I still invisible to you? Hi. I don't see you when you're still. Only a name tag. Okay, that's nice. I really enjoy this. If you move, you come into existence. Okay. That's really good. It's like a Jurassic Park T-Rex. Cool, cool, cool. Is there a poison barrel underground? Look using cinematic mode. We can use cinematic mode, but it feels like it's a different shade of green space. Like this is an entirely different shade of green, and this is also regular water. So I have no clue what's up with that. It's everywhere, and there are no poison barrels, so I'm a bit confused as where this color is coming from. For Obi it shows up as white, so apparently it is a bit of a glitch. It's white on my screen, Obi says. Okay. So much... Oh! Remember I replaced the water texture. Remember I replaced the water texture with the clown version. Remember that. Remember that I'm running with an alternate texture set here. There you go. That's the that's why we see the smiley faces, right? I updated the binary, but I didn't update the textures again. Right. Phew. Saved that one. I was like, okay, what's up with the water? We now know. We now know. Anyway, so that's the idea. So the Photon Mimic, the new block, we took a look at some of the features that it will have. Wireless photons. I think it would be a very great addition. I will have to see how it would work, if it would work, because there's probably a way to abuse it of sorts, or like there's probably something that will be able to DDoS the server. And I will have to take a look at like how it would function and how we sort of like on one hand stick to the 4 photon limit per claim, so we don't have too many effects going on while still making it useful. I really wanted to work for like single block cases. Being able to remotely trigger a photon mimic, that would be so cool for a light. So you would have a wireless light. I think that's like super awesome. If the feature is not going to be useful, it will not make it to the game, and we'll just concentrate on the photon mimics. But I think wireless photons would be really cool. Do I need to get up there, Obi? Oh, that's a nice road, by the way. It's 5 wide with the chalk lines. It's a nice road. Oh, you were just saying hi. Alright, see you later. This is my house, welcome. Nice. Oh, alright, so that's the Photon Mimic status update. I hope you enjoyed it. Space, Obi, Andrew, Alexi, it was good to see you still around. Keep up the good work, Firefly. Not enough people that still do it like you do. I try to do my best. Obi taking the high road. It's no use, I've got the high road. I'm going to go to the barber pole one more time. just to show it off. The machine doesn't work anymore, or maybe OB has updated in the meantime. Like this bear machine, it doesn't work. Oh, good night, T-. I'm not sure if you are going, but good night. Hope to see you again soon. Like the bear machine doesn't work because this uses the old photon mimic system, the old hack, and it doesn't work anymore, which is a good thing, I believe. And here we have the barber pole. It's pretty cool. I like it. Now this machine doesn't work. I think it's auto-triggered, but it just doesn't work anymore. Rip the machine. See you later, T- Doom. Thanks for dropping by. Like the machine is on, but it doesn't do anything anymore because it's built with the old mimics. And there's also some scrolls which I'm not going to touch upon. What's up with the water? What's up with the water? And here we can see the weird green color. It's on the edges, so that's why the green was there. This is also not coming to the game. It's just a texture switch. But I like it. And again, this will work in any visual style, of course. So if we switch to the, let's see, old-fashioned visual style like this, of course the machinery still works. It's all good. Hand painted, no problem. And if we switch to the 3D style, like this previously would have all of the clumps that would spawn and disappear, but it's just all good. Toxic water, you are toxic. Don't you know you're toxic? Righto, so there you go, that's the thing that I wanted to show today, the Photon Mimic demo. This is maybe even better, like there was one block off or so. Nice, that's the Photon Mimic pole barbershop thing. And as you can see over here, it still does make a sound. This is how it's meant to be. Okay, then there was a bit of a problem initially. Yeah, it's maybe because one of the photons travels past it twice or so initially. I have no idea. But this is what it's supposed to look like. Alright, it's nice. Even the Firefly, this Firefly over here, even these want to take a look at the barbershop pole. It's just so nice. This water looks like gasoline. You look like gasoline. It loads wrong because I messed up the placement. Oh, I'm not going to comment on that. But it's good, it's good, it's good. It's good. The water smells very nice. If you smell it all day, every day, you'll be high as a kite in no time. I think this was about it, what I wanted to show you in-game. So the Photon Mimic, it's coming along nicely. I hope I can make a client update that includes this, because I think it's a really great feature. It will also allow for some very unique and special builds, and I don't mean unique and special with the scare quotes. I mean absolutely new kinds of constructions, where you have a dynamic maze of sorts, or maybe some kind of like persistent dynamic effect like this. I think it would be super cool to add that kind of stuff. And because it renders on the main thread, you will be assured that it looks like that on every device. Like even on low-end Android devices, the blocks will instantly update, so players are not lost. They will not have to look for doors or for secret entrances that opened up. It will just be there automatically, instead of the old hacky demo that would require a very fast CPU to keep up. So one more time, the Drain Gang, the D9, clan tag being sprayed upon the wall. It's a very interesting demo. It's super cool. And now you see the blocks just transition instantly. There's textures on the wall. It's much better. It's much more organic than the previous version. Songchan says, oh, hey Songchan. Hello. Sheesh. Now the gang, what? Reappears. It looks cool. Hey, Songchan, you look cool. Boom. One more time, we're going to spray paint the wall. Oh, they dip first? Don't worry about it. I will go back to my my testing room one more time. Space is green. Where's space is green? World location. And I'll show. I think it's a great demo. I think it's really nice to be able to switch between blocks that you don't have to have below or above, like with the regular Mimic. Check it out just one more time. Our super door demo. Now it's a bamboo wall. It's bamboo, you cannot walk through this. And then you press the button. And all of a sudden, a door appears. Wow. And I don't even do anything. I don't even do anything. And then you click the button one more time. And what happens? The door is gone. Please. I think that's a very good, cool demo. Wow. Yes. Wow. And this would work on any device. It's just so cool. Like instant re-rendering. Woo! One more time. Boop. The door is gone. It's so good. It's so good. Anyway, that's it for the in-game demo. I can use it for my city builds, Song Chen says. Yes, it's entirely flexible. That's why I really look forward to adding this to the game. Wow. Door is gone. I like it. I like it. So let's get out of the game. Like I said, so two big things that I wanted to show you. The Photon Mimic demo. I think we went through a lot of cases and a lot of like useful functionality and demoing related to that block. Let me know if I forgot something, and I will be able to explain later on. And the wireless photons, wireless photon activation. Not sure if that's coming to the game. I will have to work on it to see where I can take it and how to prevent abuse of that feature, but still have it be useful. Maybe it's just a special case towards having toggleable lights that look good and you don't have to wire them. I think that would be a very good initial version of it. But how cool would it be to be able to remotely trigger photon conduits as well? I think that's sort of required, so that you could make these doors and not have a photon conduit like all the way there. I think it would be very cool. Make a demo for wireless, I guess, maybe. Can I make a calculator? Yes. Obi, the one posting right above you in the YouTube chat thing, Obi has made a photon computer, which is a actual computer. You can still look up that live stream. Obi can probably post the live stream number in the chat. If you look up Angeldust live number, I think it was around 200 or so, or 250. If you look up that live stream, you will see an entire computer built out of photons. It's already been done. It's not a calculator. It is a calculator, but it's an actual computer built in the game. It can be done. Yeah, so this is really cool. And for the first time ever in Angeldust, you can now build doors that can be closed and can be opened, sort of. It's a 6-hour long live stream. You cannot miss it. There you go. Okay, so that was the demo of the Photon Mimic. And the idea of the wireless activation for the injector and the remover. I would have to like start working on that feature to see where I can take it, what it will look like, how it will function. And like right now I can't share any details because there are no details. It doesn't exist. I would have to work on it first. It would let me know if people are watching Loki, if you are watching Hum, if you are watching. It would work only within the claim that the injector or the remover is in, so you would only be able to target blocks that are within the same LAN claim, so you cannot make inter-claim wireless connections, because it's a restricted local area network, sort of. It's a wireless LAN instead of a wireless WAN. So it would only work within LAN claims. You would use the block picker to pick or see the coordinate or the address of the block that you're going to target. There will be no changes to existing stuff, so everything that you've already wired with conduits and with injectors, removers will still work. And I'm not sure yet about photon conduit routing in conjunction with wireless. Like, would you be able to press this button, and have a photon spawn into this conduit? It would be real nice to have that, but I'm not sure if it's going to work like that. I have to see like what the limit will be, the functional limit on how to make sure that things don't get spammy. And Obi says, I feel that within a single claim is good. You can just pass between borders with conduits and done. Yes. Conduit activation is a must for this, Obi says. I believe so. I think it's essential, but I'm not sure if I'm able to make it work. So it's sort of a disclaimer. It's sort of a what's the word? Cautious approach to making promises about this. I think it should work, but I'm not sure if I'm able to make it work. So. Ooh, what happened there? What happened there? Did you see it? I think I activated the photon twice. We can race it to the door. Hey, we got pushed out of the door. See that? Oh, Spaces Green has posted the link, Song-chan. I feel just making the conduit act as an injector when activated wirelessly would be fine. Obi's computer stream. Yes, that's the one. He's still the one. It's so good. You really want to see it. And I actually programmed the computer. Obi gave me the assembly language, and I believe that we wrote a assembly program, or maybe even 2 on the stream, and we executed it, and I was amazed. I thought that was the least I could do to appreciate the efforts that Obi put in. I think that was a very magical moment where we just took the thing and I ran with it. I didn't know it was going to be a computer. I didn't know I was able to program it, but I even did it on the live stream. It was a raw machine code. Yeah, it's sort of the same thing. We had mnemonics, so you had sort of an explanation on how to write the assembly or machine code representation, and I liked it. I think it was a lot of things that I knew and like had experience with came together there. You gave me the docs before the stream. I'm not sure if I actually looked through them because I had no idea what to expect. Like, as far as I remember it, I didn't even look at any docs before the stream, or maybe very loosely, like, okay. But then we dove into it and it actually made sense, and we worked through it. I like it. Photon Mimic. We're going to exit out of the game. We're probably going to exit the live stream, like, in general. Oh, I now have a horse on this account. Nice. That's just how we do it. I will reactivate the production server, like this. So even though it's a dev stream, I am open to doing a lottery. So if anyone wants me to do the lottery, I will give you the lottery code right now. Javier was here. Steve Ryder has got a ticket in the box. How is it even possible? 53552. 153 tickets for me. You said you closed them immediately after opening because confused. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, didn't know what to do. And but take a look at the video, Song-chan, you will like it. But do it after the live stream. I will be streaming for a few more minutes, so do it afterwards. Right, so let me post a link to this live stream because I want to make sure that people see it. Copy link, there we go. Document expired. Nice. Let's look up the forum topic. Photon Mimic. For a new, for an updated, more elaborate Photon Mimic demo, see this recent live stream. It's still going on at the moment. For a full and updated, more elaborate Photon Mimic demo, see this recent live stream. There we go. Boom. Hope people will watch it. How does it work? Buy blocks. Second step, child labor. Third step, question mark, question mark. Fourth step, it works. Yeah, child labor. It's a lot of labor placing those blocks. Andrei! Привет, спасибо. I'm not sure if you're Russian, but you actually got your code in the box. You were waiting all this time. How did you do it? Thank you for being here, Andrei. Where is Andrei? I didn't even see Andrei in the YouTube chat initially. Is Javier Andrei? Why do I not see Andrei? I'm in top chat. Maybe that's a problem. And now all my messages are gone. And Nathan is in here. How do we even get people in the lottery? Nathan, GG, Andrei. I will leave the lottery open for a few more minutes. Get your tickets in. I'm glad that I opened up the lottery screen. This is the interaction for today. Now, one more question that I have is, should I go through the memes that we had this week, or should we do it next week? Because I feel it's sort of like not a proper Angeldust live today, and not many people are watching, so it would be sort of a waste to go through the memes today. Maybe we should do it just next week when it's a regular Angeldust live stream. I can save him up for next week. I do have him saved on the desktop here. I think there was some cool material by Alexi this week, the Blade Runner reference. And I want to show it to everyone, but it might be more fun to do it when everyone's around. Just do it. Let's first finish the lottery. I will give you 1 more minute to get your tickets in. So until 34. Could always do it twice. That's fair, that's fair. 40 more seconds for the lottery tickets. Andrei, you did well, and Nathan, great. It's not proper because you're not doing the memes. Oh. But how do I know that this is Andrei? I mean, it looks like Javier on my stream. How do I know this is Andrei? How would I know? Also, it's super hot in here. I'm starting to sweat. I'm sweaty, yes. So let's get this done quickly. I hope you enjoyed the Photon Mimic demo, and hopefully I will soon be able to do a wireless Photon demo. I hope. Maybe it will turn out to be a very not useful feature, but it would be nice. Alright, we're going to do the lottery with these 3 people. I already know what's going to happen, but here we go. We're going to draw a winner. Brrr. Can you feel the excitement? Here we go. Draw a winner. Bada bing, bada boom. Andrei Gaming won the lottery. Level 56. 16 quests done. That's good. Good. A lot of stuff discovered. Pretty nice house. It's understated, but it's pretty nice. You're an unuseful feature. Okay. A useful feature. Only 200k. 200k. But Andrei, you won the lottery. You did well. GG. You have the lottery winner badge now, and you will get a pet snack next time you sign into the game. So go get a pet. It will be nice. And let's draw another winner. Nathan T. GG. 4 quests, 130k, lottery winner. Sign out of the game, sign in. You will get your pet snack. And your house is very red. It's very red. You remember when I had 200k? That's a while ago. It was number 1 on the leaderboard. Yeah. For a brief moment I was. Everyone thought it was insanely high. There are new ways to get money these days though. One thing that we need to be on the lookout for very soon, maybe this month, I'm not entirely sure, is Hum. Hum is approaching 10 million. Space became top, 8th became top, then OB became top. It's all good. It's always capo di tutti capi. But Nathan, congratulations. Enjoy the lottery. Hey, all of a sudden we've got Red Kangaroo joining the lottery. So I think we need to draw 1 more winner here. Kangaroo, welcome. Not sure if you're watching the live stream. You probably are because you saw the code there. Red Kangaroo, skip back to earlier in the stream if you want to see the Photon Mimic demo. I'm sure you will enjoy it. You will love it. And also talk about wireless photons. It will be amazing. Draw another winner. Steve Ryder won the lottery. Well, I don't think Steve is here. I think it was a very old ticket. Nice house, Steve. Maybe Steve is a new account. I have no idea. And then one more time. Draw a winner. Boom. Red Kangaroo. You were already a donator, so you already had a big badge. And you have very nice colors. I like your color schemes here. I like your Red Kangaroo. And oh, there were actually 2 kangaroos. Check it out. This was the old kangaroo, but it was rotated to the wrong direction. I like the new kangaroo a bit better. The other one looks cute, but this one's bolder and brasher. I like it. Steve Ryder is an alt of Steve, I think. Sure. I think that's a very valid guess. Is there any special creature here? Yeah, we have the water fire or whatever it's called. Dog, which is cool. What's it called? The elemental wolf. It looks so good. I like it. I want it. You know you want it. So Red Kangaroo, glad you're here. Enjoy your lottery winner badge thing. Okay, let's quickly go through the memes then. It's not exactly what I wanted to do, but here we go. We had the sushi party because Jeremy Darkling won the golden medal. These are screenshots by Jeremy themselves, I think. These are not by Soda. Soda also took some pictures, which I haven't saved. So check it out. It's a sushi plate full of sushi. And it's very nice. It's a bit of a Japanese design to it. I like it. It's pretty cool. This is what it looks like during construction, during the daytime. And also there were pixel art emoji representations. So this sort of like wrapped sushi thing. And a sushi roll, which looks really nice. Wow. A pizza slice with a face. Looking good. And there were some other pizza slices as well. It was fun. I visited and it was a nice celebrational party. And then Alexi sent in, or like Fatih sent in this one. No memes? Yeah, indeed, no memes this week, but still weak sauce. Greaves sent in another bean picture. Can never have enough beans, Greaves. Check it out. The entire world is a bit sussy, but it's all good. Also check out this player, Vidus QC. I have no idea. Vidus QC. They are climbing the leaderboards, the monthly leaderboard. They're pretty high on top of that one. Nice sushi party. Hey Angelio, welcome. We have the stream thumbnail. I didn't know what to do for the thumbnail this week, so I just made a meme one with 8 out of 8. Great bait mate. Would play again. That's cool. Alexi sends in this one. It uses the Spaces Green sprite, the old sprite from an old live stream. Alexi apparently saved this. And it's glowing, and you're like, why is it glowing, and why is there like this color to it, and why this character like appear this tall and sort of be holographic when this dude is standing on the bridge. And then the second image is this dude, sort of like grayish vibe to it, and he's not looking too happy. He's just like he's like sort of lonely or so. And he's got the bandage on his nose as well. Oh, I didn't even see this detail. The bandage on the nose. Wow. And the glow of the hologram is even on there. Oh, he's sort of smiling, but he's not super happy, I believe. But it's inspired by Blade Runner, and I like the remake, the Blade Runner remake. It's this holographic girl that looks at the Deckard Cain. I'm not sure if he's called Deckard Cain, but he's called Deckard, I think. And see, she says, "You look lonely." And then he said, "Thank you, Alexi. It made sense. It's so good." It's not a remake if it's a sequel. What, is it a sequel? I thought it was a remake. That's why the story is entirely different. I see. Okay. And Robotic sends in 2 super cool pictures. You are a remake. Ah, yeah. Robotic sends in 2 pictures from a visit to, was it called Lego House instead of Legoland? So this is probably in Denmark, I'm not sure. But they went on a vacation to Lego House, or a trip to Lego House, and they had this make a 16 by 16 Lego mosaic activity. And Robotic made this one. It's a pixel art rendition, or a Lego brick rendition of the Dust Bunny. And it's so good. The colors are really nice and vibrant. There's dithering going on. The black outline works really well, but then this part is shaded using a darker shade of purple. It's really cool. It's really cool. First the Lego Bunny tutorial, now this. Yeah. Lego apparently had a big influence on the childhood of robotic space, but also on mine, I think. I used to play with Legos all the time. Another picture of it standing against the wall. Oh, that's coming soon, an Angeldust Lego texture pack. That would be nice to have Lego. It's a very easy to do texture pack. You can just use the same texture on every single block. Yeah, it's on a platform. I think it's on one of those plates, like 16 by 16. So you can actually make it stand up. But Robotic, nice work. I enjoyed it. The colors are really vibrant and really nice. It's a bit different compared to the Angeldust palette, but that's like super no problem. That's super no problem, because this looks way better. It's Angeldust transferred to a different medium. One thing that it reminds me of though, because I just said the word dithering. I've been working on the game world textures a bit this week. On the sides, next to the photon mimic stuff and the wireless stuff and all kinds of other stuff. And there was some dithering left in some of the block textures. So I'm working through all of them and removing the dithering. It makes it look much better. It will lead to an updated creator kit, because there will be new textures and new colors that you will have to use in custom textures that you make build upon these. So I promised Robotic that I would plug the stream or the website as well. So go to robotic.nl for Robotic's website, and it's great art. There's probably some new works that I haven't seen just yet. This is one line, two hands. Okay. And there are indeed two hands. Check it out, there's a baby hand sort of on this, and it's one single thread, which is really cool. You don't get too old to play with Lego, you get old when you stop playing with Legos. There you go, there you go. And Angeldust old, it says 1 to 99 on Legos. There we go. All this art is made on a phone, right? Using only one finger. Could be possible, I'm not entirely sure. This is the Mind Whale, July 2022. So a very nice color scheme here with the, I'm going to call this neonish reds and then whites and blues. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Deep Trouble, underwater. The roamer was done on a phone, yeah. Robotic says it works really well because you don't have to use a digitizer or get a very expensive Wacom tablet. Wacom boss. And you can just do your thing. Capture the flag in Doom with Doom Guy, super cool. I'm not really keeping up with the Doom lore, but this is like 100% Robotic style. It's just so good. We should get one of these in the game. We should ask Robotic if we could have one of these pictures in the game. Farewell Party, King Gold, Against the Dragons. I know this one. There's some lore to this picture. There's some lore to this picture. Farewell Party. Might be the same. Might be the same ID here. King Gold. That looks pretty cool as well. You can use a texture converter to get them in the game. Yeah, that's true. Wow, texture converter is just so good. It opens up the game a lot. So go visit Robotic. There's also game art with the Angeldust, of course, and Harmony. Harmony is a really cool Doom conversion. The number and hero stickers are just free spaces for custom decals. No one uses them. Don't be so judgmental. Right, so that was the memes, and go visit Robotic, go get their art on a mug or on a t-shirt. I'm not sure if they sell merchandise, but ask them and they will make some. Those were the memes that I saved on disk. So we had the Sushi Party, Alexi's Blade Runner remake, Fadi, Greaves, Robotic, cool. And then there's one more video that Fatih wants us all to see, so we're going to go ahead and see this. And I'm not sure if I did something wrong, because Fatih says, I'm gonna post this blooper for this week, because last week Firefly reaction on the Backrooms vid was only him glitching his face cam. Smiley face with three parentheses. Like, did I do it wrong? Like, should I have reacted harder? I'm not really up to date with this Backrooms meme thing. Like, should I freak out and should I throw stuff around? I'm not really into that, so I'm not sure if you already noticed, but I'm a pretty down-to-earth person, and I'm not really a big actor or anything. Like, what you see is what you get. I don't act out things just specifically to make content, so I'm not an actor or a YouTuber personality. I'm a game developer who tries streaming on the internet, and like, I do my best to offer sometimes an informative and sometimes a sort of entertainment, but I'm not an actor, so I think Fatih might have expected more, I guess. Yes. So Fatih, let me know if there's a bit of a disconnect in between like what I do and what you expect me or wanted me to be. I can start training on it. Like on my secondary channel, I can start doing acting videos where I try to act out something, and you can give me like hints. You can be the director and I will be the actor, but I'm not a crazy person, or I'm not like super. I'm not going to do weird stuff or like act crazy when I'm not. I just try to be myself. It costs less energy that way. But anyway, we've got a blooper video here. He's sweating, he's getting nervous. Yeah, I am sweating. Here we go, 80 minutes. Break boy. I think Obi is involved in these shenanigans. So you see Obi Scout, I think, drop in from above and then break a block. I have no idea what was supposed to be happening. Declaim. When will be the update? Never. Don't expect the update anytime soon, and you will be amazed. I don't think I saw his break boy message. Okay. Now there are a few things that are weird about this video. The hotbar is entirely empty. How do you do that? Or is this the empty sticker? I have no idea. I do want to see the hidden messages. Kamu. Who's Kamu? Or Kamu means you. Kamu is you. Transparent. We're going to use the hidden frame advance feature on YouTube here. Press the dot or the period button, and you will be able to advance a single frame. So we're going to single frame advance here to the secret Obi messages. Okay, so this was the dialogue. Kamu will stay still. Okay, also, when you SL the direction you're looking, she will be facing. Oh, I replaced the block. Spawner, done. After I break her, I'll TP away. Okay, starting. Is this coming soon in the game? I hope, but no promises, no promises. Also, this is a hidden meme, so this doesn't even make sense. You didn't TP away, okay. Well, that was the, like, should I have reacted harder to this one? Fatih, let me know, let me know. I have no idea what you expect me to do. Which is why you can see me in the vid for a few frames. I'm in the sky near the leather part. Okay, I have no idea what this is about. Like, I have no idea what the architecture looks like. Again, I don't know the backrooms meme, so is it some sort of hidden footage thing? I saw you, yeah. So the backrooms is not a feature planned for the game, but the Photon Mimic definitely is. Let's check one more time if there's people in the lottery. I don't think so. No, no lottery. Which is good. Right, so it's almost 1.5 hours of live streaming and I'm thoroughly done. Not with you all or anything, but it's getting hotter in here. The sun is definitely rising. I need to lower the blinds because I do have a Photon Mimic sticky decal here of window blinds, and I need to start cooling off a little bit. No, it's none of that. So, Photon Mimic is something I'm working on. Wireless photons, I hope to have a demo soonish. Maybe next week. Oh, I don't promise anything. I will not promise anything. But wireless photons definitely something I want to investigate, and something that we can test on the testing server that I just played on. And I think it would be an insane addition to the game, like make it much easier to actually make something that integrates more nicely into builds, like turning lights on and off. I think that's going to be a huge boon to like single block use cases. But also if you want to have multiple ceiling lights, you would just have a conduit above the ceiling and it would just look a lot better because you don't have to have a conduit going through walls up to the ceiling. I think the possibilities are great for that, but I'm not sure if I can make it work. There's always the possibility of an infinite loop there, because you could have one photon imitator trigger a photon imitator like a different photon imitator, and then that photon imitator could wirelessly activate the other photon imitator. You might think it might not work, but it will work because you will be able to address blocks that are not photon blocks when you place the photon imitator or injector, sorry. And you could make an infinite loop. So it can probably not insta trigger. It will probably use some sort of intermediate form of photon to communicate intent. And maybe that will still be restricted to 4 photons. So it will not allow for like super infinite recursion and crazy effects. There will still be some sort of like upper limit on the amount of interaction that can be going on at a single time. But I will give you this. If you have a single injector that would be able to trigger a photon block or a photon conduit, like actively spawn a photon in there, of course you can still have like multiple blocks or multiple injectors around that photon conduit, which would trigger as usual. So we're going to have to see what's up with that. Invisible wire, yeah, you can bury the wires. Wireless would be cool. Play a trailer or something. Okay. Here's a video. A time-lapse of Nefersby. Invisible wire. I will need to be right back. Obi, thanks for watching. I will be gone when you get back, I believe. So that says, hide it in some place. Yeah. But I will have to see how it will work and interact. I think the main use case will be for having, whatchamacallit, a wirelessly triggerable light. I mean, I think a lot of people would have to, or would love to have a light in their home that would not look like a photon block that is wired to a conduit. And once we have that functionality, we can build upon it. Ooh, did you see the transition between the blue block, water, and the actual water block? Obi's already back. Oh, that's quick. That's what she said. Ooh, that transition between the blue plaster and the water block is really great, because the water looks a lot better. Why didn't we have the water block earlier? Obi, remind me that I need to talk to you about the water block. I need to talk to you about the water block. You probably already know what this is about. I need to talk to you about the water block. I need to remember this. Obi says, oh, okay. If I forget in the upcoming days to talk about the water block, remind me that there's something I need to tell you about it. So anyway, wireless photons, something I really want to investigate. Maybe it will actively teleport a photon to the coordinate that you put in, and the photon will just work as usual from there. But that will mean that there would be a 4 photon limit still. But I think that is the most natural way of making it work. And in that case, it will actually make the photon injector even more generic and consistent. Because in that case, you will say, instead of spawning locally, so instead of spawning the photon from the injector, like where would you like it to spawn? Where would you... Maybe the photon injector will work like a... That's it! No. I thought I had figured this out. I thought maybe you could say like, okay, instead of spawning locally, like instead of acting like where I am, where do you want me to act? Like what's the remote coordinate of where you want me to inject a photon? That's like the most natural way of doing it, right? Why do I remember building every part of this video? Obi says, help. And we're only halfway there. We're only halfway there. And it gets even better because after you built all this, you built even more. Is that good or bad? I have no idea. I've already said this, Firefly. Okay, but I'm slowly catching up and going through the motions of trying to make it work. Just make it act as if an injector was at the coordinate. Yes, but I'm not sure if that works. Because it's obviously a different scenario that can never take place in real life. Because at the coordinate of the injector, you cannot place another photon block because the injector is there. So that's not 100% how it could work. But I will have to look into it. I do think that the 4 photon limit, I think it's 4 photons, would still be in effect. And it would be like taken into consideration for these effects to prevent infinite recursion and to prevent photon explosions. So there will be some limits to it. It's close, yeah. I will look into it. I will make something work. I will try to make a demo for it as well. Super cool. Super cool stuff. I like this video. That's why it's still on my desktop. I think this is one of the first time-lapse videos ever that I recorded with a modified engine of the game. And I think the time-lapse works really well on this build of Neversby. I built too much. No, it's entirely cool. Like, check it out. I do understand, like, these days, OB, after talking about it a bit more, like with the Wonder tier list, these days I appreciate what you were talking about more and more. I get what you were saying. I still stand sort of like, no, well, standby is like, I did know better. I did know better when I did the Wonder tier list, but I've started to get a better understanding of like architecture or the way the game works for building things. I'm starting to see the light. I wish the sept was in this. The sept. That's shorthand for? Oh, be still mad. Party head. Smiling from laughter. No, Obi not still mad, but Obi did have some valid points if you took a look at the wonders from a different angle. The big dome, ah. Oh, the video started over. I also still think this is a very cool video. I never uploaded it to YouTube, but it's on the many a live stream. Why are we talking about this? I should stop streaming. I was standing there on a MOA. Yeah, so? I'm not sure if it was me, but... Can you walk throughout the time machine while stuff loads in? I have no idea, I never tried it. I always go into cinematic mode and then record a video and then it plays back. I have no idea if you can, like as a player, not cinematic. I think you could, like why wouldn't you be able to do it? Hey, there's no Raspberry Pi on this video. Oh, well, this was for the desktop platforms. This was for Steam. Sorry. Hey, that was my desktop. Anyway, yeah, it sounds like a cool thing that you would be able to do. Sure. Like being able to walk through the architecture in real time. Super cool. Super cool. Hey, this was the live stream. 1.5 hours. I did my absolute best to bring you this top quality entertainment. Sorry, Fadi, for not reacting harder to earlier attempts or earlier memes. I always try my best, but hey, like I said, I try to be myself instead of act out something or someone who I'm not. So next time, factor that into your calculations and expectations. But we had a cool Photon Mimic demo. It was a dev stream, so focused mostly on the development aspect of the game. Photon Mimic demo was really cool, I believe. Wireless photons, we talked about it. Hope to bring them to the game in some form. I hope to bring an update at all this year. So I'm going to take this very broadly. Hope an update next year or this year with some of the stuff that you saw on the stream. Maybe some other fixes and improvements left and right. But like that's the best I can hope for. It's going to be really involved to roll out a new update. I haven't updated the game in a few months now. App Store requirements have changed. A lot of things have changed. My digital certificates have run out. It's going to be tough, but I'll do my best to bring an update with some of this new stuff because I think it would be... I'm really happy with 3.20. Like, this is... what we're playing currently is the very best version of Angeldust ever released, and I feel it's really polished. It's like the de facto Angeldust release that I stand by. I think it's a nicely self-contained, very consistent, internally consistent, performant game experience. I think it's like the best Angeldust ever. It's the nicest Angeldust ever, the most polished version ever. I hope with 3.21, which is what this update will be called, I hope to add stuff at a polish level that's already like matching the game currently. So I don't want to have new bugs introduced. That's why we need to test these features extensively. I want to make sure that 3.21 is at least as polished and as performant and as high quality as 3.20 is today, because I think the current version of the game is absolutely amazing, and I want to keep it that way. I don't want to regress and have to release another update quickly after that to address bugs. So let's test this stuff properly first and then release it. I really want to make... I think the new features are really cool and would make the game a lot better in the building sense. There's also some performance and visual improvements left and right that I really want to roll out to people. But it takes a bit of time to get it absolutely perfect. And I really think the game deserves it and the community deserves it. So 92 minutes, almost lunchtime, lol. Yo, we also need the certificate for signing. You always say this. This is the last, final, best update ever. It's great and fully perfect. Yeah, but it is, right? 3.20 has been out for quite a while now. I'm not entirely sure when it was released. Can we see this on the Google Play Store? Here we go. So how can I see when this was released? I can't. 3.20 also sounds like a good number to end it on. It's the exact value of pi, that's true. 21 would add a bit too much to it. Yeah, I can't see when it was last updated from here. iTunes App Store, maybe that has a... if it works, please. Mac App Store, sure, let's click that link. Is Apple down? Apple is down. Nice. On the forums. 3.20. Okay. Version 3.20. There we go. Going higher makes circles rounder. True. Ooh, is 3.20 also the release that included the new app icon? That's cool. Yes, yes, yes. So that's also probably why I love this version. 4 months ago, so that's March 19th. So we're approaching 5 months now. That's almost half a year. I think the game has never gone that long without an update. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the longest period of no updates in the history of the game. Maybe I'm entirely wrong on this, but it sounds like a very long time, 5 months. Which is really indicative of the fact that the game is polished, performant, and I won't say perfect, because of course we saw some very good improvements demonstrated today, but I feel it's a very decent, no, not very, it's a very, 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 very good version of the game. Since March, it feels like years, too old for this life. No, don't worry about it, it's a good sign, it's a good sign. You experienced a lot of things since March, so that feels like a good sign. That's why it feels like a very long time. New app icon was introduced with that update. Yeah, I think it brought the entire experience really close to perfection. No, Obi, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Be glad that your life was so diverse and that a lot of things have happened in that time. Seriously, enjoy that. I'm going to end the stream. It's getting way too hot here. My demos are done. I don't have anything more to talk about. The light is starting to irritate me. It's just too bright. The sun is starting to rise and to shine in my eyes. This was it. I hope you enjoyed the live stream, Angeldust Dev number 8. I hope you enjoyed the Photon Mimic demo. Let me know if you have any additional ideas. So one thing that I want to try to add is the third optional value so that it can switch between 3 states and the wireless photons. I think those would be very nice additions for making more lively and more interactive builds in the game. And it will be so nice to have these update on the main thread, which is a very technical term. That means the changes will happen interactively. If a block changes state or shape or form, it will happen instantly, just like with the photon blocks, but now for all of these blocks that you can copy and mimic. It's just such an insane and lovely expansion to the game that will be a great feature. It will be a great feature. I think so, Obi. I will just push back stream number 400 and keep pushing back. Don't worry about it. Anyway, this was the live stream for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I will say peace out in a few moments. There will not be a third time outro here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. Thanks for the ideas and all of the suggestions for making the features better. Hope you have a lovely weekend or what's left of it. Hope you are able to combat the heat just like I'm trying to do. And I hope to see you again next week with a real Angeldust live again, where we do the hunt and the lottery and maybe player versus player, who knows. hope to do that next week. I'm not entirely sure about the planning. This weekend was also a bit of a mess because of the tennis tournament I was playing in. Unfortunately, I did got like kicked out. Not kicked out, but someone made 3 points more than me, and I lost the match. This can happen. This can happen. It was also 34 degrees Celsius. It was very hot, and I didn't really feel like playing tennis. But still, I was able to win a set, lose a set, and then a super tie break. These things happen in real life. But next week I'm also competing in a new tennis tournament, different format, different play style, but it will be good. But I'm not sure if I have to play a tennis match on Saturday just yet. So sometimes real life gets in the way of these streams. But the week after that I'm probably free to do as I please. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm probably free to do as I please. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. Thanks for your thoughts, comments, chats, and all of those things. And I hope to see you again next week, or at least real soon. Last chat messages. Have a good weekend, Soda says. Have a good weekend, Soda Meow. We're doing transcendental numbers for stream numbers between 393 and 400. You'll get them next time. Indeed, I will get you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. Thanks for the love. And I hope to see you again soon. Peace out. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. There you go. Finally, I can turn off these lights. Boom. Instantly a lot cooler. Here's some good water drops. Check it out. Some good water sounds. It's free ASMR. Obi says good night. Well, actually, my day is just starting. Here comes the credit scene. The bubble noise. Was that a good one? This was a real one. Was it a good one? One man. He thought he ended the stream, but he didn't. Thanks, Firefly. You're welcome, Songchan. That was insane. It was a first attempt. I just, like, I think it was pretty perfect. I'm not going to do another one. No. I practiced this technique and I perfected it. It's like version 3.20 of Angeldust. It's almost perfect. How do you do this? Your hands are made for this. That's what she said. Okay, let's go. I will go and end the stream. I hope you enjoyed the Photon Mimic demo. I need to take off this shirt. Oh, the camera is already off. But I really need to cool down. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace out. I will see you later.